What's going on, guys, and welcome to this year's 2024 rewind of everything that's happened, everything that I've done, everything that's just, happened. So, let's just go ahead and jump straight into it. I'm just going to be reviewing what happened this year, really. So, we'll start off in January. I didn't really have much for January of this year. Nothing really happened for me in 2024, at least in January of this year. So, this year's no longer gonna be 2024 here soon. Point is not much happened except for I did at some point make a video of me attempting to sleep in my 2013 Dodge Dart, and it was a total backbreaker. I slept in that thing for literally a whole entire night, and it was very, 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 very painful. I had waters in the back, and I had a whole bunch of stuff. And that is where I slept for a whole 20, or not 20, obviously, but that's where I slept for a whole night, essentially. And that's what happened in January of this year, really. Nothing else was really exciting. As you could see, I never recorded myself getting out of the car. I was so just dead, I forgot I even made a video last night, but you could tell the windows are down. I did sleep in this, and I had severe back pain after doing that, because if you fold down the seats and then you have access to the trunk, which is what I did, so then it was more flat so I could sleep there. There's like this metal like little pivot to pivot the seats back and up and down, and my back was just on that like all night that night, and it was just painful.
All night.
So yeah, I slept in that thing for who knows how long, probably 8 or 9 hours. Point is that's what happened in January. Moving on to February. Something I also just realized, this was actually even earlier in January. I decided to attempt to fix the Dart by putting spark plugs in it, and it didn't really do much. Instead, it just continuously cranked. So January wasn't very successful for the Dart, but whatever. And then we have, let's see, I'm trying to figure out what I did in February. Here in February, I released the new versions of the Dominators. That's probably what happened the most to me anyway. As you can see, my thing is very filthy. But this is basically all I ended up doing in February. I made the Dominators rebuilds from this one to this one, and yeah, they look a lot better. So that's basically all that happened to me in February. Not a whole lot, and I don't even really have a video from February that was really anything really surprising. Wow, I barely did like anything in February. Jeez. And then March rolled around. Alright, in March, that's whenever I officially released the video for all of my new rebuilt Dominators. Here are them next to a couple of other workshop Dominators. Here's actually a video that I made with all of them in it.
Miss.
So here we have the Dominator 1 next to its old original Dom 1. We have Dom 2 next to its new Dom 2, and then same thing with Dom 3. We have a new Dom 3 over there on the right.
Top of the
there it is.
Dominator.
So yeah, that's basically all that really happened in March. At least like gaming wise or whatever, like things that I really did. There is one other thing late March that I ended up doing, and it was reviving this, pulling it out of this muddy grave, which is something you might want to keep in mind later. This is like super dirty. It's like got dirt all over it. It's very filthy, and the interior, well,
wire brush
definitely shows for that. This interior is just garbage. Like, there's just leaves and everything everywhere. It's just super dirty and disgusting, really.
Should be good.
And the engine bay. Oh my god, that engine bay. It looks so nasty. Oh my god. But that's all that really happened in March. Nothing really happened. Just me remaking the Dominators and then pulling Sparky out of a ditch, which was probably my favorite part of that month. It was definitely very fun to pull Sparky out of a ditch and revive him. Makes it really fun, cool.
Now that's out the way.
Yeah, that's what I did in March. Here's me pulling it out of its grave. Throw her in reverse. So that's what I did late March. This was like right before April. So that's all I really did in March. And then April came around, and wow, I barely did jack squat in April. Holy crap. I'm just now looking at some of this stuff, and I barely did anything in April. So I think the only real thing that really did happen in April was this. Oh, it's so cute. So these are things I've never shown on my channel before, but I really should because they're so adorable. This is really cute. So we have these little chickies here. These are all basically mine. I raised all of these little tiny guys right here. Yeah, we have these cute little things. These guys are so adorable. This is all that really happened in April was us getting these things. They're so stinking cute. We have 2 blue Americanas right here. These are chickens, by the way. We have 3 lavenders, which turns out that this guy, I believe, was actually a splash, come to find out. I raised all of these little cuties. I have some now photos of them, and they're just super stinking adorable. So I love these little guys. Here we have Beardy. I named him that because he has the fuzziest beard ever. This one right here is Lively because she was a very lively chicken. And then right here we have Ash, which kind of looked like she was angry when she was a chick because she had white above her head. And then we have poor Lint is what I named her because she literally looked like a big old fluff ball of lint, the color anyway. She unfortunately did not make it because she was born with a very crooked beak. And, well, when chickens have a crooked beak, they can't eat or drink. So sorry to ruin the mood, but unfortunately, poor Lint didn't make it. And then we have Obsidian. I named her this because she's a very dark chicken. She might not look very dark in this photo, but she's pretty dark. So I named her that just because I thought it was unique and, you know, she's dark. Obsidian's dark. But yeah, she is just the sweetest little thing ever. She is definitely my nicest chicken. That's like all I ever really did in April, so moving on. Here's just a couple of other photos of some of our chickens. And these ones are actually full grown instead of being babies. Here we actually have our little baby guys, which we got shortly before the Americanas. These guys, we have 1 orange guy, or I guess, my bad, 2 orange guys, and then 2 black guys. That black guy is off over there. So we have 2 orange guys, 2 speckled guys, really. They're like white with speckled feathers. They're like black with speckled feathers, I meant. Then we have 2 white guys, 1, and then 2. Again, unfortunately, we've had a lot of chicken incidents, unfortunately, and something got that poor little white guy, and it's very sad. So, very unfortunate for that poor white guy, but, well, things happen, unfortunately. But that's basically all that really happened in April. Just we got some chickens, and they were very freaking adorable, and I absolutely love them all. In fact, that's actually what I do every morning. I take care of our chickens, so, hehe. Moving on. And then in May, nothing really happened in May either, aside from me giving Sparky a well-deserved bath. This poor thing needed a bath so desperately. And it's actually green now. It's not freaking dried up leaves now. It's actually green. This is in May, so this is definitely way more pretty in my opinion. May is probably my more favorite time of year. As you can see, we have the exterior that's been cleaned, but the interior still needs a little bit of work. I didn't even clean it at all. You can actually see here, we have some dirt and grime up in here. A ball over the door seal, so that's fun. But yeah, that's basically all that really happened in May. That was basically it. I guess we didn't witness, however, EF3 tornado. That was fun. Yeah, it was fun. That happened in May as well. Yeah, that happened in May as well as me washing out the outside of Sparky. But aside from that, something that also happened in May was the Twisted 1.20 update, which was a very awesome update. I absolutely freaking love it. And then I haven't made a video on it now or at all, because I've been so busy with other videos, and this one's kind of just shoved into, this one's kind of just put together at random as well. But there's now Twisted 1.21.1, which now, of course, has the Tornado Wrangler and the 2009 Dominator 1. So that's really cool. I'm going to check that out soon. But yeah, this is interesting. But I think that's all I really did in May, so yeah. Well, actually, there is one thing I did in May that I am very, very happy that it happened. So not only did I give the exterior of Sparky a bath in May and make one new vehicle, and the Twisted 1.21 update came out in May, but I met my best friend in the world in May. On May, let me see here. We met on May, I believe it was 15th. We met, and we made a Stormworks video. And my best friend is none other than Chaser the Racer. I met him way back in May. It does not feel like we've been friends for that long, but that is crazy to me. So that is nuts. So that is what happened in May. I washed Sparky. I got to play the brand new Twisted 1.21 update. I released one new vehicle in Stormworks, and I got to meet my best friend ever, Chaser the Racer. I was very happy to be friends with him. It's just awesome having him. He's such a great friend. Couldn't really ask for a better one. So May was pretty fun. May was fun because I got to meet Chase. And then in June, we actually hatched out our own little fluffy little chicken. This one is called Chirp Chirp. So she is very cute indeed. Yes. So we did end up hatching out one of our chickens. We actually ended up hatching out two of them. There's the chicken that hatched them out, actually. Her name is Cookie. Here are the little smaller guys that I was showing you earlier. There's the speckled black guy, and then here's one of the white guys. So that's cute. Again, this is in June. There is Obsidian. There is Ash back there. Here is Lively, and Beardy is in the next frame. That is Beardy. They are so goofy looking whenever they're in their teenage years. Like, they are some goofy looking chickens. Oh my gosh. There's Ash. And here's Chirp Chirp again. She already grew up quite a bit. This is still in June. And then there's the second one that Cookie ended up hatching out. So we have Chirp Chirp right here, which of course we have too many roosters already, and of course she hatched us out a cute little rooster. This, however, is Squawks. We named her that because she squawks every time you try and pet her or pick her up. So she, fortunately for us, is a hen, but whatever. They're still so stinking cute. So that's just about it in June. One other thing I did do in June, however, was make a video on all of my Lego Tornado Intercept vehicles. That video was pretty fun, so I definitely did enjoy that. I don't know. Oh, there it goes. I was going to say, I don't know what happened to that frame, but whatever. So that was pretty fun in June. I really liked that. And June is also the month that I tested out the 2013 Dodge Dart for cylinder compression, and we, as you can see, have a very healthy number 4 cylinder and a very sad cylinder 1, 2, and 3. They are definitely dead. I mean, they're supposed to have, yeah, like 160 psi compared to 43 or 4.3 and 7.3 and 5.3. Yeah, those cylinders weren't very happy. I did, however, end up seeing this in June. A cumulonimbus cloud. That was really cool. Here is some of the edge of that cumulonimbus. Really cool. Oh yeah, there it is. So as you can see, just wait for it. Yeah, that was crazy. That was pretty cool. So that's all that really happened in June. So moving on to July. Moving on into July, here is where I moved the Dart out of the garage and we put our vehicle that actually works in there, so it wouldn't get damaged due to the weather. So we put the Dart out here and we put it up for sale on the good old Facebook of Martin Places. So it turns out that no one really wanted this, which is unfortunate because aside from having freaking engine failure, it was fairly clean actually. The paint was in really good shape. I'll actually get to that later whenever I clean out this horrendous mess. What is all this? So it sat like this for a while. So that's what I did in June. I took some photos of the Dart and put it up for sale. So yeah, that's all I really did in June. Said June, I meant July. Okay. As you can see, we have the adorable bird that is Obsidian. She is by far our sweetest little chicken that we have. She's very adorable. I love her. She's so adorable. Oh my god, she's so cute. She's not even fully grown yet. She's still so adorable. Here's another batch. This was just about as old as the Chirp Chirp and Squawks batch, so we put Chirp Chirp and Squawks in here with them. There's actually Squawks right there and Chirp Chirp right there. I'm just now noticing that that's them. So yeah, they're very cute. Here's our roosters. So yeah, for July, that's all that really happened in July. Then moving into August, what really did happen in August? Not a whole lot really happened in August. Aside from more chickens. We have Ash over there, we have Lively right there, and we have Obsidian. Hence why I named her this. Look how dark she is compared to Ash. So that's cute. Here's a really, really pretty shot of Sparky and the Dart over there. It's really pretty. It's like super orange. It's really, really pretty. So yeah, it was really, really cool. Not really much else we really did in August aside from me just looking at chickens. So I didn't really do much else. Adorable, if you will. Look how cute she is. Oh my goody goodness. Look how cute Obsidian is. My favorite little chicken right there. No offense to all the rest, but she's just so cute. She's definitely our sweetest chicken that I own, so that's really nice. Really, really sweet. And for August, that's basically it. I just took a bunch of photos of the chickens. So that was basically it for August. So adorable. Oh, my babies are so sweet. How adorable. So sweet. Yeah, so that's Obsidian. The last thing I really ended up doing in August was I replaced Sparky's spark plugs, and that was about it. So moving on out of August. Hold up, just before we move on. Here's a photo of all four of them. We got Grumpy, Ash, we have Lively, we have Obsidian, and we have Beardy. Moving on now. In September, not really like anything happened. And when I mean not really anything, I mean like nothing. All that really happened is I took a couple of photos of the youngest batch, Chirp Chirp and Squawks, growing up. That was basically all I did then. That was it, basically, for September. So cute. The only other thing I did in September, aside from that, was clean out Sparky's truck bed. Oh my gosh. So this has a bolt-on bed liner that goes over it. And this is what I found underneath it. Ooh. So yeah, real nasty. But I got it looking from this to this. Real difference here. So that's definitely something to consider. So that is all that happened in September. So that is basically it. There's Squawks. That's really all that happened in September, because after that, BAM! We already jumped right into October. Here's when I did the oil change on Sparky. We have some very old oil, and then we have this new oil. So that's when I did the oil change on Sparky. Yeah, that's That's very tasty looking, totally. Oh my god. And throughout the rest of October, I ended up flushing out the coolant system in Sparky as, that does not look very tasty. Then throughout the rest of October, not really much else happened. Until very late October, I decided to give the dart a well-deserved bath before it left me. So we were never able to sell it through the good old market of places. So we ended up selling it to just basically a junkyard. So, but I wanted to give it one final cleaning before it left me, so I did. So as you can see, it's very dirty in this one, and very beautiful red in the next. Very good condition car. Very great condition. Cleaned up real nice. Yeah, interior's actually clean. Look, no more leaves there anymore. If only the dart ran, it would be perfect daily driver. I have a whole video dedicated to the goodbye video on the dart, so yeah, it's definitely sad, but you gotta let go of some things to move on. So after that video and after I washed it, the day after that, I went into Sparky's rear drums and decided to replace everything. Because these are some old pieces of hardware and very rusty. Wheel cylinders got changed, just everything in the drum basically got changed aside from the self-adjuster here. The parking brake cable and the self-adjuster are the only things that didn't ever get replaced. And on the same day as I'm doing this drum is the exact same day that the dart left me. As you can see, it's getting towed off here. They came, hooked that thing up to their truck, and left. I was actually very surprised at how quickly they just gone and just grabbed it. So yeah, very sad. Sad the dart had to go, but it had to be done. Rather a shame, but yeah, like I said, you gotta do things to move on. So hey, better off to a junkyard than serving no other purpose and rotting away. So anyways, moving on. In October, that was basically it. I got to see Sparky run on the final day of October. Aside from selling the dart, seeing some chickens, and getting to see Sparky run on the last day of October, that's basically it. So, moving on yet again. Now in November, I replaced the Dakota's PCM for a newer one, or not newer, just new one. It didn't really fix a whole lot, but it fixed a couple of things, and that's all that really matters. So I did end up driving Sparky a little bit to test it out.
Alright, well,
you can actually see me moving.
Floor, so enjoy your view down there. Not that there's really even much to see.
So yeah, I did drive Sparky a little bit, but that was it. What happened else throughout November? Not really much. Yeah, we went from November to December just like that. That is all I did in December. Or all I did in November, dang. So all I ended up doing in November was replacing the Dakota's PCM, compression testing the Dakota, which it did really good on actually, just normal wear and tear. And then I replaced the transmission TV cable. Aside from that, that's all I did. I guess the injectors are also new in November, so now that's all I did. Alright, so in December, quite a few things happened. Well, number one, our chickens are, well, a lot bigger now. They're all full grown at this point. So yeah.
Obsidian, catch it.
Obsidian was so close.
Get it. Go, sweetheart.
She caught it, and then Lively took it from her. So, by the way, I'm feeding them strawberries, because our strawberries went moldy, but regardless. So that's what happened in early December. And then finally, as you could see here, here's Obsidian again, with Lively and Ash. And aside from that,
Woo.
So in the beginning of December, I went and fed the chickens, as I basically always do, but photo-wise, I took photos of the chickens and whatnot. So that was interesting. It was very adorable. I took some videos of me taking care of them.
Obsidian is still on my shoulder.
That was basically all chicken-related things I did in December.
Honey, it's hard.
Obsidian is actually our sweetest little chicken.
And it's for the rest of you.
And she's so sweet and so well trained that for whatever reason, every time I go out there and feed her, she will jump up on my back and crawl over onto my arm and eat food. So, aside from that, I replaced Sparky's alternator. Jesus, why is it so bright? Aside from that, I replaced Sparky's alternator, which has seen better days compared to the new one. So I did that, and then this was taken today, 31st of December of 2024. There's Obsidian. She's tired and she's cold because it is freezing outside. Aside from that, that's everything that's happened to me in real life and everything on my channel. Well, quite a bit happened. I did a interceptor review on my custom interceptors and some others on the workshop. I did a buttload of updates to all the dominators and whatnot. I did a few edits here and there. I played Among Us with the crew. I made my channel intro. I did a sinking ship survival with Chase and Agent Professor and Rhett. It was super fun, by the way. Definitely go check it out. I loved that. And then I did a Titus review, a Dominator 3 review, another intro, Brick Rigs, more Twisted. Again, not all of this was in December. This was just throughout the year of 2024. And my channel's definitely improved ever since I first started out. I first started out with like no idea on how to edit, really. I basically didn't know how to do anything. It's crazy. I've already been doing YouTube for over 2 years now. But yeah, at first, I barely knew how to do anything. That was just so newbie to it. And then after I met Chase and I actually got more into YouTube, I actually started taking more time into my editing of videos and whatnot, and it actually all my videos are now coming out pretty good. So they definitely improved. You can see the thumbnails are getting a little better. Right around here is whenever they start getting decent. This one and this one are probably my favorite thumbnails I've made, but there you go. So ladies and gentlemen, that is essentially all that has happened in 2024. At least that has happened to me in 2024. Appreciate you all for making it this far. Everything that's happened this year is just awesome. So I'm very thankful for everything that's happened. I got to meet my best friend. I got to hang out with my friends. It was just amazing. I got to make really awesome videos for you guys. I got to see the Dakota run and drive now. It actually works. So it means a lot to me. So that's all I really have to say. This year was awesome. Can't wait for 2025. This is going to be interesting. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And of course, make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all next year. Peace.